Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Phenomena. Let's see. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Let's make sure my Spotify plugin is good. Let's throw on some music. Botnet, hey? Oh man, they do X Supercharged too? That's so funny. Oh, let's see, where was I?
Hello.
Hello.
Still alive, are we?
1980s. Ugh, why does my desktop audio sound so loud? Alright.
Stay sharp out there.
Sold that, go here, put that in there. Enduring Cry, No Blood Rage, Flesh, Double Strike. And I'm like out of int. I need stats. One of those with these and I should probably start leveling this leaf slime too. Low protection, keep blood rage. I actually might need a hoodie. Okay, be right back. I'm just gonna put on a hoodie. All right, that's better. Okay. It's chilly in my office. All right, let's get some Get some EXP. By that I mean, let's get some maps and kill some bosses. Life-wise. So up we got unflinching, which is fine, and I like unrelenting, unyielding. When you stun duration. Is there something I take other than unyielding? 2% life. So that's better for regen. That's kind of garbage. I guess we'll take this 4. Let's see. So I guess we'll take Path of the Warrior and start moving up to Devotion? Or do I want to go down? This is just, oh, it's a little higher than 20%. Okay, here. Probably an HP more than any damage output. It's the same amount of HP if I go up or bottom, so I'll just go up. Up for the HP and the fur damage. Because playing this build and not one-hot hitting is kind of... Still don't know what's causing the bleeds. So we're skipping Belazovic. It's supercharged. Wonder if this band has other good music. I should throw them on. I like all 3 of these songs. Yes. The Boom Booms. It's all about the Boom Booms. Ugh, I really do not like this layout of the zone. Alright, we're not running out of levels. Let's just stop to kill blue packs and race car. Also, we need mana. So we'll kill for mana. Mana. This. I need a new video card. Don't worry, my new video card's coming. Because my poor baby cannot handle streaming as well as looking nice. It's supercharged. Could also get my golden arm, but I'm not really taking damage. And a level up in During Cry as well. Clean the gunk out of the mouse. There we go. No, we gotta go back to Riverways. Moving too fast for my own good. Oh, yeah, and I better check the... Hey, listen, you. Go away. I gotta check that we're using the right mic. Yeah, we are. Let's find the poison boss. Yeah, I am. That's what this build does, Bingy. This build makes the things explode, see?
Ah, there you are. Ready to read the... It's time.
Now we get to go back in time. See? Although I'm not doing these properly. It's because I don't care about the temple just yet. You ready to watch me make a bunch of clones? Uh-oh. Ouch. Did you remember your password or did you reset it? That is the thing.
Good job.
Al or boom. I am not good at keeping blood rage up. It's not that impressive. This character's like heavily overgeared for where I am. So the same group that does the like 1980s song that I like, this song is the group that does like the song that's like it's supercharged. I'm actually gonna put on their album once I get a minute here. Turns out they're just like an electro band. Oh, I guess that means Aaron's home.
I did it.
Stuff is garbage. Oh wait, there's a tier 3 I saw. V? Yeah. Whatever. I'll go in and clear the breaches out.
Hello, exile.
The breaches!
No wonder it's lost. It's in the middle of the jungle. Shouldn't be too far from here, though.
Kaboom! Oh, look at how big I am!
At last. At Zoata.
Oh, these boys lag me up. This map is annoying. I seriously don't know what I have that's bleeding these guys. Ow.
I cannot do this yet.
Ow. Game's teaching you a lesson about mob pack size. This build is going to be great for clearing out the temple. Jugs are just great. Jugs are just great. Gotta love the jug. Love the jug. Hello? Trying to flask. So my offhand? Nope. It's not my offhand. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. It's probably... Nope. No? Then I have no idea. I have no idea why they're bleeding. They just are. Duration... Cry... Oh, I thought I was... Wrong room.
From crimson blood to purple flame, this cult must be put to bed.
My splodes aren't big enough? Wink, wink, wink.
I cannot do this yet.
My free breed. Yeah, they're like it's an older League mechanic. Ow. Sort of like how I'm in the temple right now. I'm inside here. The breaches, these like purple hands. See? I'll show you what it looks like with the minimap off. It's a little bit more clear with the minimap off. I need a better video card because my video card is like shitting the bed. So you stand in them and they expand and they summon like monsters from the breach. And as you kill, they grow. I think like the more monsters you kill, the faster they grow, but I'm not 100% sure if that's how it works because I didn't play during the breach. And there's like these clasped hands that are like treasure chests. and then eventually they like degenerate, and they drop these splinter shards or these breach shards, and you can eventually collect 100 and open up a like a special map called the breach. It's kind of interesting. It's like a quintessential example of how they folded a dead league mechanic, like a league mechanic that doesn't exist anymore, into a new league. But they're kind of giving my computer a heart attack, as you could probably see. Kind of giving my computer a heart attack. Anyway, it's what I came in for. It's just because there's a lot of EXP. My filter's on. This is, dude, that's what the breach looks like with my filter off. Unless you're talking about a different filter. Breaches are just like loot explosions. Yeah, this loot filter in particular, for whatever reason, is not particularly good at filtering out it really wants to show you every high value base, which is the one thing I don't like. With that being said, even with that being said, like, it's still a better loot filter than the one I was using. I gave it the old hi-ya.
I cannot do this yet.
I'll just not stand in the poison. How's that sound? RIP!
Release this land to the will of its farewell.
I think we're done, bro. Oh no, I didn't get the fucking waypoint. I also forgot to put on Blood Rage because I'm bad at this game. Oh yeah. Nicely ahead of the game in terms of, like... Did you make it anywhere, Galvia? In your adventures? And now a new zone. Did you make it anywhere in PoE? Yeah. Right on. You should do the library in Act 4. Is it Act 4? Is it Act 4? I think it's in Act 4. Because it unlocks like 90% of the skill gems in the game and allows you greater freedom to, like... I don't do it because I know I'm gonna hit Act 6 really fast, but if you're like a little bit less quick and a little less used to the game, hitting that can be like really nice. Oh, okay. Well, fuck that then. Fuck me then. Yeah, it depends. Like if you're following a build and you don't need gems from the library, don't bother. I always recommend newer players go straight to the library, because then they can get like all the gems. Aside from the like, I don't think you can get the level 38 gems. Like, I don't think you can get like multi-strike and shit, but it really doesn't matter so much anymore, because you can just go to like as soon as you get to Act 6, as soon as you kill Kitava, you do the first quest in Act 6 and you get all the gems unlocked. They all start at level 1, where the library gems don't start at level 1. They start like scaled up a little bit, closer to where your like actual gems are. Which can be like a benefit and can be not a benefit. I guess it just depends. Yo, was that? No. Oh, it was Herald of Ash. No. No. I don't have stats. Yeah, they are. The nice thing about the library gems is they don't start at level 1. The gems you get from the girl in Act 6 are all level 1 gems. I mean, it doesn't matter that much because gems give unfiltered EXP, but... or unadulterated EXP, I don't even know what the right fucking word for it is. Thanks for the follow, Jen. Did you see my bubbles about when you followed? Yeah, it's been online with Leap Slam for quite a while. But that's, like, the thing is, like, you don't have that many movement options in PoE anymore. Like, if you're gonna build a move speed build, like a run speed build, and you're not an archer, and not using... Yeah, so you could cheat the mana regen, which is what I did, by going Warlord's Mark on a Blasphemy. So, like, I have... Blasphemy turns auras into... or curses into auras. And then Warlord's Mark gives you 2% lifesteal and 2% mana leech on everything, and that's all damage, so that's not just physical, whereas like a lot of the like life leech, like Blood Rage for example, is physical. It's like that's how I'm sustaining mana really. And like there's easier ways of scaling up your movement speed too. You don't have to go attack speed Leap Slam. If you're not dual wielding, like if you're using a two-handed weapon, Leap Slam isn't the greatest thing. Like you're almost better off to just go like pure move speed.
Just in time.
Or I guess it depends on like if you're playing like a Marauder, like if you're going. Oh really? I saw it late. It is. Let me resend it and see. Just double check. I just noticed it. I didn't see the alert either because I don't have a sound for the alert. Looks like it's broadcasting. I think it was just like late. Yeah. What was I saying? So you can use there's three realistic movement abilities. There's Leap Slam and not Spectral Blades, Whirling Blades, which I gotta classify as the same. Whirling Blades is just like the non-Leap Slam version, where it's like instead of crisscrossing terrain like Leap Slam does, it doesn't. So it's like, in that way, I guess it's a little bit worse than Leapers. But if you're going Evasion, you just go Queen of the Forest. Because Queen of the Forest will make you run at like 250... Okay. Yeah, it's substantially worse than Sunder. But it's a cool ability. I'd be much happier with Infernal Blow if it just had a little bit more melee range. Mission complete. Oh, I didn't realize that was the assassinate target. Alrighty.
As we improve our
Did I miss? I missed Hoofman. How did I miss Hoofman? Where is he? I knew I missed Hoofman. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're going Leap Slam, you want, like... Let's see, how many attacks do I have? Wow, that seems like a lot more than you need. I think I was leaping at, like, 1.6 and it was good. But there's a couple things you can do to, like, improve your Leap Slam. One of them is to have enough regen to always run Blood Rage. Because Blood Rage is just, like, gravy attack speed.
We found
The other is to dual wield. Because dual wield gives you a passive attack speed bonus.
greetings.
Which is why I'm dual wielding with a weapon that Infernal Blow can't use. Just so that, like, all my hits are main hand hits. I didn't look. Reach. Jewelry. Tell you what ability is really cool. Val Double Strike. Val Double Strike is the gooch. The gooch and the cooch. If you turn the stream down, Pumpkin, Jen, if you turn the stream quality down a little bit, like, it should solve that problem. Like, don't go off source. Because you don't, I mean, that's an option anyway. Is my inventory really full? Oh yeah, because I did the temple.
Good job, Exile.
Let's do this. Oh really? You have to broad. That's so. I didn't know that. Darts, my bad. I gotta get partnered. Have you seen all the, like, Chivos that they added? To Twitch, Galvia? They added so many Chivos. I managed to achieve, like, 7 Chivos already. They're really good for somebody like Grimbomb who needs Chivos. It's just kind of funny. I was looking at my, like, broadcast summary and it was like, oh, you have all these new achievements. Man, is uploading your, like, streams to YouTube so much easier now. Literally just click a button. I don't even have to record them to my desktop. So nice. The only question I'm not 100% sure about is, like, because I'm running music in the background, I'm not 100% sure if I'll get a copyright strike, but I don't think I will. I think I can just, like, allow ads. That's not there. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure before I threw up stream highlights and stuff. Yeah. The owners of the song or whatever will monetize the videos, which is, I mean, for stream highlights, they're gonna get like 100 views. It's more just about letting people know what I'm doing. Alright, now the real test. To see if this build is do nothing or not.
I cannot do this yet.
Go away. Forgot to do my gem swap. What? Yeah. Have you done Act 6? This guy is a hello? A Pantheon boss. Yeah, I'm in Act 6. Yeah, I streamed for like another 2 hours last night. Because I wasn't done with the punishment. Uh-oh. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Don't die. Get out of my inventory. Get out of my inventory. Stop making noise.
Your thirst is remember, humanity needs us.
It gives you the garbage Pantheon that I never use. Yup, almost. I have died to that boss, and I don't need to say it, but the first character I made, I think it took me like 10 attempts to kill that boss. Just because I was not in the whole, like, I was in the Diablo 3 mentality where you just face tank everything, not the PoE mentality where it's like, if it looks like you're supposed to dodge it, it'll just kill you in a hit. Alright, screw this. Let's skip some content. These layouts suck. I don't like the second time through the game very much. I don't mind acts like the earlier stuff, and I don't mind Act 10, and Act 9 is alright, but the rest of them... I just want to leap slam over. This character also has gear, right? Like, your first character is not going to behave like this character. He's not going to have the same damage output and stuff like that. Like, I have a Brutus, and I have, like, these were, like, 30 Chaos. I have a Belly of the Beast, which is another, like, nominal Chaos gear. Like, I don't have any crazy links, but I have leveling gear. Aberrath's hooves are sweet for their level. 1% fire damage per ID attacks? Oh, Infernal Blow. Yeah, Infernal Blow's templated in a really neat way. Like, I think a big part of it is supposed to be that you just, like, whack a creature once and then run away. So if you're not, like, one-shotting, like, you just hit a creature and leave it with health, and you just kind of let it pop behind you. Like, that's the way it's templated, but I'm not going a burning spec, I'm going a front-loaded damage spec, so instead of going degen, I'm just going to the point where it's like, the initial hit kills things, and that explosion causes them to share. There's a couple of abilities where, that work really well with Ancestral Call. Like, normally you'd use, like, Melee Splash. If I used Melee Splash, I'd probably hit every target around me with the debuff, whereas Ancestral Call hits 3 targets. So I actually didn't think about throwing a Melee Splash gem in there for clearing out. I'm just used to using Ancestral Call, because there's a couple of abilities where Ancestral Call is just like the noodly boodlies to use it with. Frost Blades is one of them, where like you use Ancestral Call. Yeah, I just didn't think about it. And like the density's not high enough right now. When there's like mobs are split up like this, I don't know if you could see it, but if you watch, like when I hit one ability, I have 2 phantom copies of me and they duplicate that ability. So I end up getting 3 explosions per swing, which is why I'm kind of like popping everything, right? And it doesn't matter, Ancestral Call will hit behind you, in front of you. with frost blades, it takes frost blades from being like a frontal cone. I'm pointing at the screen. Takes it from being like a frontal cone to being like a 360 cone. It's kind of a nice ability. I mean, it costs you a bit of damage, but it's well worth the damage penalty for being able to kill mobs. I really like how my Marauder looks in the MTX I have. You could just, like, not. There we go. The other thing about Ancestral Call is your original hit doesn't have to land. So, like, I just sit here and swing like this, and the Ancestral Call will, like, take care of the stuff behind me. At least I think it doesn't have to land. That may have just, like, not proved my point, but... Ah, stop leveling your leaps land. The, like, multi-stacked explosions aren't as hype as I thought they were going to be. I think because it's base damage, but we'll see. That's mainly what I'm testing. I'm testing whether or not the, like... Because the buff that you hit the target with, it lasts to 6 stacks or till it expires. So when you kill a target with, like, 5 stacks on it, you get 66% damage per buff, or up to 6. Which is what I was testing. I wanted to see if that 66% buff per charge was, like, insane or not. And right now it doesn't feel insane. Mostly I think because I'm one-shotting everything. But, like, when I'm beating on a boss, I expected it to be, like, a pretty big chunk of their hit points. And it just isn't. The animation is a little bit like eye cancer, though. It's not exactly the nicest animation ever. When it pops, it's like really bright. Just go in, you. Alright, let's go crabby. Let's get some Krabby Patties. This is what I wish standard Path Exile resolution looked like, but it doesn't. Just a little bit more viewable area. Ugh. I forgot it to click the beacon. Yeah, like, look at this. Like, based off the character size, that would be, like, a nice res to play this game at, but... Matt thinks that, like, if you did that, like, projectile characters would have a significant advantage, which they're already the strongest characters in the game. I don't really think they need to be buffed. Alright, Krabby Patty, where are you? This is the worst zone because everything slows you. Yeah, but, like, I don't know. I agree and then I don't. Like, balance in Path of Exile is, like, really, I don't know. I guess I don't think, like, there is any really relative balance in this game. Oh, Basalter. Let's see. But that might be because I'm a curmudgeon. I don't know. Because, like, you're already in the clear speed meta. Like, if you want to compete, you have to play... Yeah, it's nothing to write home about. I mean, targets have a lot of life. They start to really scale up. Like, it's not the worst single target I've ever seen. If I'm not popping... See, I just popped that elite, or that gold in a single, like, that rare in a single hit of my explosion. If the explosions aren't popping, like, if they're not taking up high, the damage from Molten Strike itself is not much. It's like... I think it's like 60% of a hit or something like that. So, like, if I'm not... Either if I'm not one-hitting or I'm not causing explosions, like, I'm just not hitting for anything. Yoink. We'll do the incursion.
Just in time. Ah, let's go.
Yeah, and without like, I feel like I'm using the double strike clones to really prop up my single target quite a bit. So you could see the explosion on that guy if you're paying attention. I guess I'll show on this guy. So like you can see like hit, 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 pop, hit, 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 pop, right? So the idea is to attack fast enough that the pop, like those pops, those explosions are happening fast. Which it works on low health mobs. But on high health mobs you gotta be attacking pretty quick. I also don't have my multi-strike gem in. Which, for every attack, I get 3 attacks. So that'll help the single target as well.
Good job.
If I swap into my multi-strike support, instead of Ancestral Call, then it's like 3 fast hits. 1, 2, 3. Which means I only need 2 actual physical, like, attack inputs to get Infernal Blow to proc. And I'm hoping as my fire damage goes up, that proc will just hit harder and harder and harder and harder. Because this character isn't supposed to be a fast mapper. This is actually like in terms of clear speed, this is actually pretty weak.
So strong, so dedicated. A man like you.
I won't use
You're a gift, don't you see? A sumptuous feast for His Majesty on his wedding day. Really, we are both.
I won't use Vol Double Strike on her, and we'll see what my single target looks like with just Infernal. Because Vol Double Strike is just like a monster. So I don't know if you saw, but I would say 80% of that damage is from the explosion. Please don't hit. Please don't hit. Please don't hit. Please don't hit. Oh, I have cap lightning resist. Yeah, so kind of chunks. Like that's kind of the build's speciality. It's just like it's supposed to be a single target build. My first real attempt. I haven't tried making a single target build before. That's what it looks like when we add Val Double Strike. Because it's literally not okay. Like, it's just way too fucking borked. I mean, I really like it, and I hope they don't change it, because I could care less about balance in a ostensibly single-player game, but... Plus, like, that's without the Ancestral Call's less damage. A less damage modifier hurts. By, like, quite a bit. I don't know if I could show it visually, but, like... So it takes 2300 DPS off of my like tooltip.
Remember, humanity needs us.
Oh, I cannot be stunned. That's fantastic for like an 8k life character. Alright. Get me the fuck out of Act 6, please. Hello, Mr. Roth. Hello, Sin. This is like this time that I'm playing through right now is like a good indication of like what if this build will do what I want it to do. Because now is when you fight all of the like high health bosses. Like those bosses on some of the characters that I roll for mapping took me much longer to kill. Alright. We got all of our flasks now. Although I don't think I'm going to run a silver, and I'm going to run a Lion's Roar, probably, because it's so much extra damage. care about that.
God bless you on this fine
Don't care about
day.
you. Shield Slam also is like one of the faster movement abilities in the game because it scales with movement speed instead of attack speed,
Just in time.
while also scaling with attack speed. I can show you the movement speed of that character. She's a mapper. Her like goal is just to not cast spells, like just to run. And she does that pretty good. She's pretty good at farming currency. Yesterday I was so bagged. I would say probably ended up streaming like 6.5, 7 hours, and I was just exhausted. Like I fell asleep right away, and I like power slept, and I was like I had all the symptoms of like brutal fatigue. But I think as I get used to it, like I think one of the big things was that it's like I haven't been recording, I haven't been doing any of that in a long time, so I'm kind of like I'm not used to talking straight for 4 hours. Yes. Yesterday I was. Today I forgot. Also, this character's weird, like... But yeah, no, I feel good. I feel like... Sure. I feel like if the grind is like talking and like getting tired. I was wondering if you're still paying attention. I'll be right back. That's Kappa. I don't know why his name is Kappa, but it's like it's punctuation for Twitch chat that lets you know that people are joking. Is he? Oh, Justin TV, really? Is that where, like, who was actually a streamer? That's funny. I don't want to talk to Helena. I went the wrong way. 53. Almost ready for Merc Lab. If you've made it to Act 4, have you run Lab yet? The Labyrinth. Yeah, I took it off. I'll probably ban links. Yeah, no, I took it off. I'm probably gonna add it, like, later on. I'll add it to, like, mods and subs only. But for now, it's just us. Yeah, if it's your first lab, it's always a good idea to... Did you get all of the trials, though? Good. I feel like you can't really have an idea of how your character plays until you've got a couple of your ascendancies. Because it's like, for the most part, your ascendancies are going to shape the way your character ends up playing. I mean, there's some ascendancies that aren't that way, but like, especially for things like Slayer and like the Jug, you just get harder to kill. Every single one, except for the first one that I got, makes you harder to kill. One of the reasons I have so much attack speed... Yeah. You just leap and sunder. What's the problem? Are you playing, are you planning on playing a Gladiator? Getting some bleed explosions? That's the real Sundercuck spec. I know this doesn't look like water, but it's totally water. Yeah, you're going Juggernaut. Juggernaut's great, makes a great Sundercuck. Jugs are just, like, much harder to kill than every other class in the game. Because you get more endurance charges, and you just get better endurance charges. Are you following a build, or are you just going freeform? I don't know what I have that's bleeding. No, I mean, are you following a guide, or are you just like... Oh, okay. Yeah, I honestly... I don't like... There's only...
Ready to revisit the... It's time.
I would say there's only... casters, and even then I don't know about that, and like a few specific weapons, like Nagamu's Flame and the like. Nagamu's Flame is like when you play Spin to Win, it causes all these eruptions.
I cannot do this yet.
But aside from those specific ones, I would always go dual wield. Because Sunder only uses your main hand weapon, so you can stick a stat stick in your offhand with attack speed, and it's much easier to scale your damage up with attack speed in Path of Exile than it is to just hit harder, like to just be a raw machine. That's why I'm running, like if you look at Infernal Blow as an example, Infernal Blow only uses swords, axe, mace, staff, or unarmed, but it doesn't use a fist weapon. But my fist weapon has 50% attack speed as well as some added damage and some elemental damage with attack skills. So I gain all those stats from just my main head attacks, but I also gain the like inherent attack speed that is built in for dual wielding, as well as if you dual wield, you get block chance, as if you were wearing a shield. I think I don't know if it's less than if you're wearing a shield, but like dual wield right now is just super powerful. It's super meta, and like for the most part, unless you're using like a specific two-hander, I don't even bother. Although two-handed Sunder feels nice because you hit really hard, it starts to taper off. Yeah, no worries. I was just there's no wrong way to play PoE, right? Like, you know, you can fucking play Heavy Strike if you want. Like, it's, well, no, but like, yeah, I guess like this game encourages you for going fast. This game wants you to go fast. This game is balanced around going fast. So if you go slow, your results will just be less. But I mean, if you're just like a regular person and you're not thinking like, oh, I want to make like 100 chaos an hour, or, you know, I want to be the champion, then none of that really matters. You can just have fun with the game, right? Like, I think this is still a fun game to play if you decide like, I'm just gonna play SSF and I'm just gonna like goof around and enjoy the game, like create my own build and see how far I can make it. Like, if you were a brand new player and you weren't interested in the Sonic the Hedgehog metagame and the like clear speed meta, I'm stupid, by the way. You could just like say like, I'm gonna see how far I can make it, and then just like be like, well, that character didn't work out that great, so I'm gonna like respec or do all this stuff, and you know what I mean? Like, you could play Path of Exile that way, as like a challenge game where you're trying to like crack it yourself, as opposed to having somebody spoon feed you the answers. I mean, if that's fun, you know, like, you should do that. Like, I was that type of person not so long ago that I didn't want to be like spoon-fed the game, but I have more fun like learning from other people and then going on my own. Like, this character is an Expo X special, you know. I didn't like I didn't go online and find an Infernal Blow build and copy it. I was just like, you know, Infernal Blow seems like it'd be really good with a lot of attack speed, so who has the best attack speed in the game? And I was like, well, the easiest attack speed in the game to scale is Jugs, because their attack speed scales with strength and accuracy, which are like two really good things. And I was like, oh, what else can I do with strength? And I was like, oh, Brutus gives fire damage for strength, and oh, Aberrath's Hooves gives more fire damage for strength. And then I was like, well, I have a build. That's as much thought as I put into it. I really gotta stop doing that. I keep burning my Basalt Flask, thinking it's my Quicksilver. But I'm officially leapy enough that I can just run 0 Quicksilver. Oh, give me that int. Give me that int. That's not a Quicksilver Flask. That one will make you run faster, though. Pop. Leap Slam, the way they've implemented, is the anti-Blizzard ability. If you could do this in a Blizzard game, in Diablo, man, Blizzard would be upset. They'd be nerfing that shit day one. They do not like abilities which let you skip content. And to Blizzard, excuse me, steps are content.
Hello to you, great Greek.
I've seen people complaining that like Path to Exile's move speed is too fast, and I was like, man, you're playing the wrong game. Diablo 3 caps how much move speed you can get from gear, man. That was the first thing I was wondering about when I came to Path of Exile. I was like, oh yeah. Anthology sex percent? Wait, I didn't read that whole thing. Is that like you run as fast as you can till you have sex and then you're done? That's I mean, it's a funny idea, but I'm not 100% sure I'm in for that as like a public speedrun. It's a little degenerate. How, like, I guess what I don't understand is, like, how is it different? Like, can't you just run the same strategy every time?
Just in time. Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? Let's go.
Right, but like it's just a run category for that game then? Oh, right, okay.
I cannot do this yet.
Good job.
I'm falling behind on these incursions. Makes sense. I'm not a go-go Reaganaut enough for incursions. This has got to be the boss. Yeah, it is. Oh, maybe not. The any percent category? Yeah, but that's because fucking Bethesda games and their like stupid scalability, like. It's like Oblivion, right? Like if you kill nothing, you can beat the game at level 1. It's like the low percent category is the fastest category in their games. Totem. There, now you can't hit me. Fucking gem swaps are annoying. Although I guess I have nobody to blame. Look at that attack speed. Oh, ho, ho. Look at that. It's that comical jug attack speed, man. fucking Val double strike is so dumb. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like I don't even know how to explain it, but I feel like any like true double strike build right now that has like a 6 link on their double strike and Val double strike, like I feel like anything like that is gonna be the highest single target DPS in the game. I mean, I have no idea if that's true, but it definitely feels like that's the way to go if you're trying to access like maximum single target, because double strike had pretty good single target before the Valve double strike change. I guess Aaron's home. Thought he got home before, but maybe that was just a horn. Fuck, it's cold today. Pro tip, Galvia, Enduring Cry is like an extra flask. Gives you like 200 regen per second and gives you endurance charges. It's a necessary war cry to have if you're playing a jug. Good.
Just in time.
If I have an extra spot, sometimes I'll just run it on like everybody. Alright, Alva.
Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? Time to go.
Let's actually do a good job on this this one this time. No, gotta get here. Ah.
Good job.
Oh, I see. This lab buff is really weird. Summons a duplicate. Some nice high tier leap slamming going on in here. Okay. Pop, pop. Ooh. Look, Jen. It's a corgi.
Just in time. Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? The more you...
Fuck it.
It's time.
I cannot do this yet.
It's the rares that are slowing me down. Yup. It's the Corgo. Oh, I love the Apex.
Good job, Exile.
Alright. How far from 55 am I? I'm getting close. Hey, what's up?
We have a special guest streamer today.
Jugs feels so indestructible.
They're awesome.
Well, they get like they just get so much attack speed.
And like regen and armor and everything I haven't had a character support. I mean, my Scion had attack speed. She hit like
This is the fastest attacking. Like aside from my first character, my first my ranger. Fuck, what was it called? Anyway, that was the fastest attack character I've ever had. But she had like 13 attacks a second.
yeah.
It's because she had 7 frenzy charges and. Anyway,
Seems to be going well.
it is
What level are you at?
54.
Nice.
I'm about to do my second labyrinth. And yeah, like as a leap slam character, like
Oh, turn Jen's in here.
yep.
Galvia.
Yep.
Everyone's here. The whole gang.
Yep. And someone is lurking, I think.
That's exciting. I'll tune in once I.
Sure. The gang's all here. Yeah, see, I can tell you, Galvia, it's not the stream that's dropping frames. It's absolutely, like,
Just in time.
my computer.
Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? It's time.
Because I'm looking over while I'm, like, lagging, and my stream has 0% drop frames.
I cannot do this yet.
Just because my Vidya card can't handle all the on-screen action. I mean, I can't run Path of Exile at 50 FPS not streaming. So I'm not surprised that I can't run it at 60 FPS while streaming.
Good job, Exile.
I mean, is that because you were subbed to Dendy? Fucking nerd. What kind of fucking nerd subs to Dendy? Although I like Dendy. Oh, now the whole gang really is here. And Fruit even turned his name to a color that's just like offensively difficult to read. Although I bet you it doesn't look offensively offensive to read for you, Fruit. Man, that's how you know you've made it, when there's a global emote of your face. Yeah. You can change the color of your name. Alright, Fruit, you ready for the dumb single target? Wow, my damage is gone, like... What? Val double strike. Oh no, you were talking to Jesse.
And kingdom ends without a trace. Goodbye.
Oh, Dolphin? Why does... anyway. It's also because I'm a jug. Like, that boss just can't... That boss just can't deal damage to me. Oh, I forgot this stupid fucking... Anyway, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. The color is just in the, like... In the whatchamacallit. Oh, Jesus. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I really didn't want to do that. The color is just the little cogwheel under chat. Because it uses that, like, offensive green that I imagine is hard to read for everybody but you.
Just in time.
Why is my fucking stream chat getting like all messed up? Anyway. I may have to open my Twitch stream chat, like on Twitch. Yeah, I have no idea. Honestly, like, I guess if you like it, play around with Arc, but you might just need to get away from Arc. Yeah, see? It's a completely different red. Yeah. Just because, like, they auto-detonate when stuff gets near them. Especially if you get, like, trap radius. Then it feels a bit more like you're just firing and forgetting. The nice thing about totems versus traps is that, like, totems act as their own caster. Which I kind of like, because it doesn't mean you're, like, one and done. It means you can, like, fire totems and, like, kite stuff, or fire totems and do other shit. But oh, yeah, okay. That would be miserable. I can understand that. All right, let's put the full single. Let's go full single target tryhard here. See, jugs just aren't killable. And you can't detonate while moving. That is the worst.
From motherhood's rage. Farewell.
I'm at a point where I'm barely willing to play characters that can't, like, attack while moving. Unless they can literally detonate the whole map in one spell, like Arc. That's the, like, Diablo meta, though. You only play characters that can hit while moving. If you have to stop to cast, no greater rifts. No greater rifts for you. That is not... It's like the 10th time I've clicked my stupid basalt flask, thinking it was... Cast on crit whirlwind builds are so funny. There's a new one that uses cast on crit freeze pulse with the... Did I not get the necklace? Yeah, I have a Cyclone build that I want to show you because I think you'd dig it. It's like every time you hit on Cyclone, it triggers similar to the D3 thing, but they're fireball explosions. And you can put 6 support sockets for those fireball explosions. It ends up doing just crazy amounts of damage.
You truly are. Fare you
Thanks
well.
for tuning in, Jesse.
Fare you well.
Farewell.
I don't want those.
Keep your life to
I
your
need
own.
this, yes.
Keep your...
Fuck you, sell, you. That's why. Sell all of this stuff. I don't need that.
Be well.
Go here, put all this stuff in here. Hey, I got a fireball gem. Dump. Alright, later.
What would you like to know?
Give me them talents. Boop, boop. Give me that health. And no, go through the portal because we're right there. Now I don't think this gives me anything. Just an amulet?
Keep your life to your own.
Now I know I don't need to do that quest. Yeah, plus you get multi-trap. I don't know if multi-trap works with mine as well, but so you can trap multiple traps at the same time. It also comes with the uber traps. You should really give Lightning Spire trap a try when you get it. It's Lightning Spire trap and Flamethrower trap, like, are really, really strong. They feel really good. Right. If you're going lightning and you're going traps, you should take a look at Lightning Spire trap. The uber traps really are worth it because they hang around, so you can throw them on a boss and it'll like sit there and shock the boss multiple times. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It should have Spire Trap in it. It's just like every build I make from now, I add Vol skills to, because all the Vol skills are too good to ignore. That's why I've got like a mini 4-link Vol Double Strike, because it's just too strong to like they're just too strong, even on a 4-link. You know what I mean? Like I had Vol Blade Fury on one of my other characters too, and it's just they're just too strong to ignore. What are you doing, little dude? You gonna goof? Hang it. Riverdude's in my office looking for bottles. Bottles and leftover McDonald's. I see you were listening to the changing your chat color. that's funny. You are pink. Does it not show up as pink on your computer? Well, I see pink.
Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music, like old times. Look, now I'll start the melody on the organ.
Oh, what the hell? Do I have it restricted to followers only? Oh, I see, okay. Oh, this finally works. Now I can do this. And this. That wasn't working earlier. Maybe they patched it. Yeah, do you see it as pink now? You were pink to me before. There it is. I don't want to be in this map anymore. Bryan Cranston? Can we at least refer to him as Malcolm in the Middle's dad as his appropriate title? Oh, tell me I didn't miss a firefly. Oh my god, I'm so terrible. Malcolm in the Middle's dad. He... What? X-Files. What do you think about this music, Jen? It's botnet. They're like... It's like electro, but it's also like... I don't know. It's weird. Oh. Is the music too quiet? Can you hear my voice? Like, is the game audio too quiet? Can you hear the pops, the monsters? Hmm. But you can't hear the, like...
Began with the ARPANET. Arcade games became a major industry.
How about now?
VHS won out over Betamax. Betamax.
Yeah, that's because I have the voice is turned loud. Still no music?
It would be
I
wrong
gotta
to
spend
do
some
that
time
here.
doing some like real audio balance.
Stay true to
Listening to it myself and getting it to where like
My help is yours.
I like it, but
Be well.
yeah, that's what I thought.
What would you like to know?
How's that?
Greetings.
Hello. Yeah? Farewell.
Still really loud game sounds?
Go with the spirit.
Personal computers experienced exponential growth. Boomboxes and the Walkman transformed music culture. Synth pop and new wave were developed by many British and American artists, becoming a decade-long phenomenon. Drum machines and electronic instruments dominated the music production landscape.
How's that?
And let's not forget epic synthesizers.
That should quiet the game down and make the music a little bit more in the forefront. I have to turn the stream on. I'd have to turn the stream on and listen to it. Former self. Yeah, generally I don't want the game audio to be loud, so if it is, let me know and I'll see if I can like get it to calm down a bit. Not that Path Exile has bad game sound, it's just like this because this character's a leap slammer. Lifesteal? Hello?
I cannot do this yet.
Just in time.
Ah, there you are.
Oh,
Ready to
level 3
read
treasury.
The more you
Oh, and I have it unlocked already. Nice.
it's time.
Because like people will watch crappy video, but people will not stick around for bad audio. So that's like, if it's not good, I need to know. Why am I doing so poorly in here? Clear speed's just not my thing. Not my thing. Hmm.
I absolutely adore Magic Terrain. It's like a living, breathing, piece of equipment. I never thought I'd say anything like that, but
Leap, slam, sunder. Except I'm not sundering. Leap, slam.
what can only be described as
Infernal blow. Chaos Orb. Yeah. I honestly couldn't see a miner being like, I don't want to say I don't want to say viable, but like I couldn't see a miner being like something that you'd want to play. Like I'm sure it's viable, but like if you can't,
There you are. Ready for the
if you can't detonate while you're moving, like that's not PoE, man. PoE is like a race car game. I'm shocked that they would make that decision, honestly. To me, that seems like very foolhardy.
I cannot do this yet.
All of a sudden, I'm fucking struggling in incursions. Don't get it. Not struggling, just not like clearing out incursions instantly. I think maybe my gear is falling behind a little bit. Why can't every door just open for you like they do in incursions? Your trappers and stuff, do they just use like move speed as a basic as a basic template? I mean they're like really low tier rolls. Right? Like, it's good for an iron ring. It's definitely a good, like... It's not a bad iron ring, but, like, the cold damage is, like, tier 8. The fizz damage is tier 8. Like, they're not high tier rolls. So, it's nothing to really write home about. Like, it's not the kind of item you're gonna get, you know, a bunch of money for. If you put on, what's the setting called? Advanced mod descriptions, and then when you hold Alt on an item, yeah, I mean it's good for a steel ring. Like it has extra fizz and like elemental on it, but whether or not you'll get anything for it, I have no idea. I'm not really good at pricing rares. Like unless it's like tier 1 life, all that kind of stuff. Like I try to price rares around the market, but invariably, I don't really ID that many rares. I usually just use the chaos pattern, which people say is a noob trap, but in this meta actually works really well. Just especially with the what do you call them? With this divination card that drops. But yeah, in terms of pricing rares, I don't know. The thing is, like, a lot of people are going to be using, like, Praxises and, like, Kikazarus and stuff in their ring slots. So I don't necessarily know if, like a good quality... Okay. I don't know if, like, a good quality rare ring is going to attract people. I mean, you could try like, checking the comparative mods and then taking a look at, like, what it's selling for. But, again, I'm not Mr. Price Check. I have no idea. Because there's a rare ring that gives you 5% chaos, 5% global fizz, and 1 to 4 fizz that you can equip at level 1. That's one of the things that people use, that I've used before too. And then there's like Leahy Up Iron Ring, I think you can equip at low level as well. So it's like, it's hard to really know. Usually what's valuable is what's scarce, which means like high tier mods, right? Like if this jewel I have if this was, if that was like physical damage with dual wield, for example, that'd be like a 2x or 3x jewel, but because it's fire damage and fire damage isn't really that popular on melee classes, like it doesn't sell nearly as well. However, I had it listed for like 4 chaos, and I only ever got 1 interest, and then I was like, no, I want to use this.
I cannot do this yet.
So like, often what's expensive is just what's super fodom, right? And like, again, like things like that matter are like gem slots and all sorts of stuff. Like I got my belly, my chest armor. It was like a non-3 link. I think I got it for like 4 chaos. And the belly I had on my Cyclone character from last season was like 3 exalts. I just died swapping a gem. It's the thing that happened. I think I paid 4 exalted. No, 2. I don't know. I paid some number of exalted orbs for my 5-link belly on my other character. Yeah, and this has like a 30% life roll as well as like a low resistance roll. So it's like, this is a really like high desired item, but it's like a really shitty roll of a high desired item. So like I could pick it up for quite cheap, which is kind of like how Path of Exile works, right? Whereas it's like I had to pay quite a few chaos for my weapon because it has like highest possible damage roll, highest possible attack speed roll, and close to highest possible fizz roll, right? And like I didn't care about the crit chance that much, but it's still like this cost me more. This is like a high tier, lower desired item, cost me more than like a low tier, higher desired item kind of thing. Sort of like it's, I don't know, Path is so weird. Nothing is worth money unless it's hard to get. Because like if it's easy to get, everybody has 300 of them and sells them to vendors. So like I bet you if that was a jewel and not a ring, like if that was on a, what do you call those things?
The more you kill, the more you change my...
If that was on an abyss jewel, it would have a shitload of money. I noticed that until I got arc to like 6 or 7 chains, it didn't feel like I was like melting bosses' faces. Because like the more chains, the more you push in. And actually, one of the reasons I didn't like the trappers or the miners was because, like, part of what makes Arc really strong. Good. Ball has, like, non-zero hit points. Yeah, if you know you're on track with a build, if you can just chain, like, scripted events together, that's how you know your build is doing a good job at single target. Is if you're, like, you're chaining boss scripts. Then you know you're doing a good job. Like, as an example of money, last league I found a doctor, which is one of the, the card for the, like, best belt in the game, which is, like, a really expensive belt. I sold it for 6 exalts, and my character was done. I didn't need any more items. I mean, I could have gotten a 6, like, belly, but... yeah. Like, the first fucking one I ran, it dropped a doctor, and I was like, oh. And then I sold it for 6 exalts, and I was like, well, I guess I have everything I need. And yeah, that character was, like, with just those 6 exalt, that character was, like, red maps, guardians, elder, like, every map in the game, like, all the end-game map bosses, like, he did everything. Based off just one drop. Path of Exile RNG is just, like... whatever. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. I had 3 exalts on that character before getting to maps. That character, well, but that was flashback, which is a lot more monsters. A lot more monsters. I'm gonna grab a drink and use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh. Alright. It's time for some lab. Oh. Essences, idols, Spinning blades, furnace traps. Alright. Oh. I guess Infernal Blow destroys corpses, so I don't have to worry about exploders. Excuse me, that's nice. Essences. Do I remember how to deal with essences?
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path. The essence
Essences.
of an empire must be shared equally amongst all of its citizens.
Yep. Just kill him.
Rise to the occasion.
Ow. You could just not do that to me, Zarvo?
I cannot do this yet.
Oh, tell me you didn't get buffed.
The empire's
Alright.
essence must be saved. Be singular on purpose. You were born for this.
Hey, Grin. I was thinking, Grin, if you want to play... If you want to play a build that's like an all-content build, that's super tanky and has huge amounts of regen, the build I played last season that I made is it's a Cyclone build, and I could show you the character. It takes a little bit of currency to get going, like it has, but once you get Nagamu's Flame, it's fun to play. It uses the Marauder. It's not the Jug, it's the Chieftain, but it's really tanky. It has more regen than you'll get on a Jug. Not quite as much armor, but more regen and more, should have cleared out my inventory before coming into this labyrinth. There's a dark shrine in here. It's super tanky. I did all content with it. You can clear every single, like I was doing red maps, like when your life just never moves. Has like 2,500 regen a second or something, that build. It's awesome. And it's spin to win, so. But not just like boring old Cyclone, like you, I could show it to you after this lab. It's super fun, it's fairly straightforward to put together, and scales really well. It's capable of endgame boss damage. I got kind of bored of it because I had a doctor drop, and so I just bought all my endgame gear, and then was like, oh, I don't have anything to work on. But like, you could kill the Shaper, you could kill, I don't know if you could do it Ziri, but you could do probably Elder, probably Uber Elder, if you wanted. Has the advantage also of being the opposite of your rebuild, in that to deal damage you're moving. Really helps you dodge stuff. As opposed to, you know, build like this where you have to stand and swing. It's also got a pretty easy level up path too. So it just uses two-handed frost blades, which you just one-shot everything until you get to like aqueducts, and then you get your Nagamus and start spinning. It also doesn't require an immediate 6 link. You can do a lot on a 4 or 5 link with it. Yeah, we won't go there. Now let's just fuck Zaro up. Who cares about the chests? Wow. Sure did run in a circle.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
30% chance to get an nurse charge when you're hit. 25% chance to max instead of that. Every second and +1. Okay. And armor and duration.
Slowness lends strength to one's enemies.
Idols, hey? Yep.
Failure is an illusion. I cannot do this yet. Violence is delicate. You are inexhaustible.
Oh, stand up. Oh, I really let one of them get up. Fuck. That's annoying.
And
Oh,
time.
well. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Like this, this. That's a gauntlet. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Jeez, I gotta stop drinking Diet Coke. Gives me the burples. Whose idea was it to make an Uber Lab farmer? I hate the lab. Oh, I have a feeling I know what this is. Of course, and I'm trapped in here. Let me out! And as if the lab wasn't annoying enough, you gotta trap the doors, so you have to sit and wait for them to. It would be so easy to make the lab fun to do.
Aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises. Our throne is the most devious trap of them all. Violence is delicate. The trap of tyranny is inescapable.
Alright, well, that's done. I don't know if that'll help with endurance charge. Ugh, what am I supposed to do with this stupid star?
Good luck.
Deliver it to Wayland for a reward. Alright, I'll do that.
Watch yourself.
Get rid of that.
Be careful.
What staff is this? Identify. Nope.
The 80s, gosh, what a great time to live, man. What a great moment of life. Things were just, it was like a bowling point of creation in my eyes.
Bowling point.
From
Need something?
music to games.
See you.
The music, are you kidding me? Some of the best music in the world came from the 80s. I'm an 80s fan.
This band really likes the 1980s.
Hello.
Oh shit, I think this would be a skill book. Nope. Go back.
Gosh, how I miss those times.
Eight, 20. My nose is so itchy. Right.
You would be wrong to do that here.
We used to take off as kids to go to arcades if we wanted to play games. We used to play Donkey Kong, Asteroid, Space Invaders, Centipede. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll go back and visit some of my areas that I grew up in. I wish some of the arcades were still there. That was the
Well, that definitely gives me like unlimited
the learning experiences and stuff like that.
endurance charge generation, which allows me to not run. Oops, that's not the way to go. I really don't need the warlords for endurance charges anymore, which is nice.
Gosh, how I miss those times. Wow. 1986 is when high school was my time. Graduation. So 1984 Van Halen, you kidding me? You
He thought he was just rock and roll with all those cassettes.
Ready to revisit the past? The more you... It's time.
We're gonna do this temple.
Looking back, I wish I wish I recorded some of those times back then. Enjoy every day of your life, man. I cannot do this yet.
Good job.
Bop, bop, bop. Pop, pop, pop. Why am I running? This is a leap slam build. You need to be leap slamming. Always be leap slamming. So another Vol double strike. I wonder if I can take on Dodri. Dodri. Dodri? Dodri?
Just in time.
I forgot. I should have been right here. Oh well. Alright. Wealth. Here.
No wonder
this
it's
is gonna
lost.
be a hard
It's
temple to
in the
run.
Shouldn't be too far from here, though.
Gotta get that avatar of fire. Well, it's nice when you're getting hit like that and nothing moves. Yeah. No, it doesn't have to be 20 qual, but you can modify corrupted items. So like this, I can't quality up this gem because it's corrupted, right? You can't, once an item is corrupted, it's no longer like modifiable. So you can't reduce its level, you can't like use items on it, like none of that stuff. Once you've corrupted it once, that's it. It's kind of like a fire and forget mod. So if you're gonna do that, like say you want to get like a level 21 spell or something, what you do is you put like, if you're looking for rank 21 gems, is you put 6 gems in your alternate weapons. You level them to 20, flip them, re-level them to 20, then you've got 6 chances to get the level 21 corruption. Which is even harder if you're looking for, like, say if you're looking for Vol Arc, because you need to get a double corruption. And I just died. Because I fucking did not pay attention when I was making this temple, and it's got way too high a health notes. Yes. You could also use... I used, yeah, right. So I used... On my Archer, I used a staff that gave +2 levels to Arc. You could do it that way as well. And it would have been like a 6 link. I just wouldn't have been able to use shield charge or whatever, so I was using Flame Leap on that build. So, but that gave it 2 levels and gave it the extra leap. You could also use a gem fruit. There's a gem. I can't remember what it's called. There's 3 gems that level up. One of them gives additional quality as it levels up. It's max level 3. One of them gives extra levels. It's max level 3, and then another one reduces the mana requirement for like auras and stuff. They're enhance, empower, and I don't remember what the other one is. But you can just buy them for like a nominal amount, and you can use them under a 6 link. Yeah. That's how you can get like level 24 arc with that, which is really good. Yeah. You have to figure out which ends up being more DPS though, right? Like, for example, sometimes that, like a level 3 level gem, especially for spells, will be more DPS than just running like a 6th link. But it does take up one of your gem slots. So, you just have to be aware. I think I'm running... Here it is. So this one fruit, you can read it for a sec here. Enhance gives you quality. So if you have a gem, for example, like Herald of Lightning, that gives global lightning damage for quality, you could throw this in it, and it costs you more mana, but it increases your global lightning quality. But if you look at the experience they take to level, 226 million experience. That's not like, they're not fucking around. It's a lot of EXP. If you're not clearing red maps, like I've had that gem in 3 different characters that I've leveled to the mid 80s, and this character, and it's halfway to level 2 or level 1, level 2. So while gems do gain unmodified experience, meaning that like you can run a low tier map and it'll still get 100% experience, they only gain 10% of the experience your character gets. 222 million is a lot of experience. Why am I killing these things? Just boost past them. Get to the currency chamber. And so the other versions, like, one of them increases, the one gives levels. That's the good gem. That's the like Gucci caster gem that everybody crawls for. It's like a good way to make currency if you level those gems up. Like if you have a really fast mapping build and you can like chain tier 15 maps together.
You're a genius.
It's like flipping gems is like a really easy way to make currency if you're really, really fast mapper. And add supplemental currency. Well, I'm happy to say this character's never gonna die unless I'm being stupid. But currency! Tier 3 vaults! Tier 3 vaults! Ooh. Lucky connections, Rain of Chaos. Currency, baby. Oh, one more. Alchemy, alchemy, orb, jewelers, vaults, vaults. Oh, man, there's another one. Okay, that one sucks. There's also, I don't know if you're still listening, but you can also get this room, which is the level 3 gem room, allows you to double corrupted gem, which I guess could possibly result in a level 22 gem, but I don't know. So level 22 plus the 3 levels and like a double leveled staff. That's 2, 4. I think you can get like a level 27 gem maybe, something like that. Yeah, I mean you're talking about really, really big corner odds, right? Like, I've never gotten the corrupted gem to 21 because they can also de-level. They can also just like get corrupted, do nothing. They can turn into Vol skills. Like, it's kind of a, what you're talking about is kind of like an end game deal, right? Like it's, but I mean, if you can flip gems, fuck yeah. Like that's, if you can flip gems, if you can farm EXP fast, then that's like how you're gonna make currency that league, right? Because especially some of these gems, like, can I not be frozen, please? Especially this league, like some of these Val gems, you're gonna be able to get some pretty good money out of them. Even just like flipping gems. You can't flip a Val gem though. Anything that's corrupted can't be modified. Give me the superior gems. I don't have a gem I want to corrupt though. Do I? Excuse me. You know what? I'm actually gonna run that. Should I YOLO corrupt my enhanced gem? I don't even know if you can. I don't have anything like. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Not worth my time. Yes, you can, but I do not believe if you get +1 levels. So say your gem is level 18. If you get +1 levels and it's 19, that gem will not go all the way to 21. It will still max out at 20. To get the level 21 corruption, the gem must be level 20. But yeah, like my Val Double Strike, you can see it's still, no, right here, still getting EXP, right? Yeah, so you can't, the way it's templated is like you have to spend the time and energy leveling the gem. They don't want you to just like rando till you get it on like 3,000 gems, right? That's to prevent you from doing the like, okay, get 3,000 Vol Orbs, get 3,000 Arc Gems, start clicking until I get it, oh, I got it, throw everything else away, sell the Vol extras, like, corruption is like, it's supposed to be like, you know, like gambling, like brutal gambling. Like if you look at all the corruptions, especially on gear, the probabilities of hitting the corruption you want are infinitesimal %. And given the way that RNG in this fucking game works, I haven't even bothered. Because this game's RNG is what they call pure RNG, which means that, like, you can fucking get anything at any time. within some restrictions. So it's like, for me, it's like this game's a little... This game sometimes feels a little pointless to, like, count on anything. Wow, fuck you, Dodri. Eat shit. Which way am I going? This way? Yeah, I think so. And how long have I been playing without... my Herald on? Apparently a while.
Just in time.
My mana is gone.
Well, I know I was having fucking trouble with clear speed. Yeah, no shit. Well, especially Herald, like, the Herald explosions are like a big part of what why I'm killing things. And my spec is 100% fire conversion. It's not just like running my buffs, it's like... Remember to cast your fucking spells. See, like, most of that was my Herald. Don't quite have the ability to run Arctic Shield, though, or Arctic Cloak, whatever the fuck it's called. Arctic Armor? Arctic Armor. It's a nice compounding fizz reduction that I don't get to run. Fucking hate this zone, man. Fuck the Quay. Fuck it in its ass. Come on. Yeah.
A compact disk computer memory is a technological reality in Japan.
Oh yeah, Japan in the 80s, man. Go Japanauts. Japanonauts? I don't know how to say that without saying Jap, so I'm not going to. There we go. Now we're fucking exploding. Popping off! No, that's not the right way. Man, the second time through the game kind of sucks. Wish they'd give us the option to just, like, leave the ladder and have, like, a more pleasant leveling experience. Literally anything other than, like, playing the game through the 3,000th time. Oh wow, I didn't go back to town after that. Oh.
There is nothing
anything I would.
I has wares to sell. Let me sell you my wares. Quality. What else is quality? Can I go to here, please? Bye. Yes. Goodbye. Where are you? Where are you? Left, huh? Oh. Oh. Peace, nerd. No, they really don't. I don't know. I wondered about that for a while, and then I was like, it starts to feel a bit like they don't want you to unlock every single door, every single incursion you go in, kind of thing. Which I know feels a little strange, but I wholeheartedly agree with you. I would like to see more keys out of incursions. Speaking of more keys... Get me out of this act. Get me to the fun act with the farming and the... Man, they were really worried about fads in the 80s.
Video games, in a sense, are addictive. Not like drugs, more like the need to job. Peer relations.
Boom, boom. That's the sound of money. Money!
Any arcade, come with an open mind. An open mind is easy to expand.
Let me out. Let me out. This map is terrible. Let me out, let me out, let me out.
Question: is it fair to blame juvenile delinquency on the video game craze?
Good drop luck. Hey, fuck that zone. Alright. We're gonna do a little bit of zone clearing. Fuck that zone.
Talk about their high scores and their achievements. They're always the most esteemed building activity in their entire life.
Come to me, exile.
No thanks.
Let us speak of death.
Ah, there you are. Time to go.
Foxy bastard. You fucked me out of this one. Fuck, this incursion blows. Look at this fucking layout. Well, just I cleared that one out. Jeepers. Jiminy Jillikers. Jiminy Jillikers. Because I needed a dex. Totems, power charge. Solar Concourse. SRS. Oh. The docks. Oh. Jesus, am I almost level 60? Holy cow.
Ah, there you
Alright
are.
then.
Ready to revisit. It's time.
Ooh. Still really high chance to hit. Probably because 1,000 accuracy at my level is like... a lot.
Good job.
It's not as fast as I need to be. Didn't want to do that. There we go. Nope. Third tries charm. And not a single quest to turn? What the hell? Did I already do all the tournaments?
Palamoana.
Oh, this is fucking Act 3. Oh, I'm an old man.
Talakura. Go with courage. Go with courage.
Come on, you gotta have some.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, there we
Be
go.
careful.
One of these. That's 6.
Learn anything new. Stay inquisitive.
Oh man.
So they.
I should do my daily Vorici.
Learn anything new.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Should check out this character fruit. I think you might like this character and how this character plays. It's a pretty fun play style. That's that look. So the red weapon. Got that. Alright. How we doing?
God bless you, exile. What can
I'll show you in the Xana mission
Glad you
here.
made it back, exile. While you're here,
She's pure chaos damage,
still sane.
And the way that she works is she has an aura from this armor, which deals chaos damage, just like Righteous Fury. So you basically just kind of like run at stuff, and it just kind of explodes. Because she's chaos explosions. She also has Abyssgos, so you get rampage charges, which is kind of fun. This is how you play her. So you just kind of like use flasks, charge around, do a little bit of this, throw one of these. Pretty much. It's very like, see, the thing is, it's not, like, you'd think it would make for a really inactive playstyle, but because you're shield slamming all the time, and because you're juicing up your flasks, it's like really active. Like you're constantly flying around. It also makes for really high currency returns. This is how, like, I made her just because she's like a currency machine. And you can just like, it's also good for like running your daily missions, and generally she just like, because Bisco's is like, the more kills you get, the more magic find you get out of it, up to 1,000. Not 1,000 magic find, but up to I think you get like an extra 60 rarity out of it or something like that. So you just rack up these are combo kills. You don't actually even like have to cast any spells if you don't want to. Just maintain flasks. Charge around the map. Wait for good loot to drop. That's why I use auditory loot. An auditory loot thing now, because she kills to the point where it's like, it's hard to tell what loot drops that you want. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Really good if you have like a really high currency requirement build. Originally I just leveled her up because like she's fun to play, but I realized very quickly that it wasn't going to be a boss killer, because it's really like, degen is really fun to play with, but it's really hard to get enough degen to... She also has a bunch of all skill options. She's also a CI character, which is kind of fun. If you've never played a CI character before, it's like a really weird way to survive. Pure energy shields. No health. 1 hit point.
Yes, what is... Excellent.
How's my luck today?
You there. A moment. Send this malcontent a message.
This is probably undoable. Unless I take my fucking armor off. And even then. Right? Is that... Oh no, I still have access to... Okay. My right click blight. Oh, that blight's gonna kill it. Fuck! Failed. Need to use a character that doesn't do this much damage. Oh well. Oh man, I'm tired. I think I might actually cut my stream out a little bit short. A 3-hour stream. Feeling pretty tired. And I've been kind of marathoning path. But thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow's. Oh, shit.